I'm Tony Palmisano. I'm the Superintendent of School District 45. Thank you for taking the time to watch this informational presentation regarding our District 45 referendum. On December 16, 2019, the District 45 Board of Education voted to place a referendum on the March 17, 2020 ballot. Although we each know the school district in our own way, it's interesting to remind ourselves that we are actually the oldest business in Villa Park. School District 45 was established in 1857 in a one-room schoolhouse on Ardmore Street near what is now Willowbrook High School. Once known as Villa Park School District 45, we are currently known as School District 45 DuPage County as we serve the families of 4 towns, Villa Park, Lombard, Oakbrook Terrace, and Elmhurst. And we currently serve around 3,500 students. About 4 years ago, the Board of Education initiated a strategic planning process that included participants from around the community. Parents, community members, the Villa Park Police, the high school staff, teachers, administrators, and even students from Willowbrook High School. During the process, we asked ourselves, what do we want to accomplish for our students? And what do our students need to be successful in life? We concluded that our students who join the workforce between the years of 2030 and 2060 need to be prepared for anything considering how quickly our world is changing. Research has indicated that our students will most likely change occupations 7 to 10 times in their lifetime. Unlike our schooling during the time when we were prepared for something, lawyer, doctor, business person, or teacher, today we are preparing our students for anything. Our students will need to be prepared for this ever-changing, dynamic world. They will need to be problem solvers and critical thinkers in the mid-21st century. We accomplish this by teaching differently. For example, our most recent and significant investment has been in a new math program called Eureka. Within this program, students are taught multiple ways to achieve the right answer. During our day, we were most likely taught to memorize one single pathway to the right answer. Teaching math today requires an understanding of the math behind the math. We are teaching our students the mathematical thinking leading to several pathways to the answer. As we continue to build new curriculum in District 45, we will continue to place emphasis on personalized learning, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, and the fine arts. In the years to come, it will be critical for us to know our students' interests and personalize instruction in a way that increases their love of learning while keeping them safe. For example, students from kindergarten through 8th grade have access to Chromebooks. The Chromebooks serve as tools for reaching out into the world to access the wealth of knowledge that exists. In order to navigate this new world of social media and technology safely, students will need the necessary skills in determining what is reliable from what is unreliable. In terms of science, technology, engineering, and math, we have already invested in a program at the middle school level called Project Lead the Way. This program allows the students to create and problem solve, code, and explore the world of robotics. In terms of the fine arts, we have always invested in our band, choir, and orchestra programs starting in 4th grade. We are also investing in the social emotional wellness of our students. As many of you know, anxiety and depression among our students is on the rise. In fact, the rise in anxiety and depression in middle school girls is up by 62% nationwide. This is partly due to the increasing use of social media and cyberbullying our girls often experience in their relationships both in the neighborhood and at school. Therefore, we have provided additional resources for our students. Within the last 2 years, we hired an extra counselor at Jackson Middle School and an additional psychologist at Schaefer School. We have also included social emotional learning in every aspect of the curriculum over the past several years. We have made these investments while remaining fiscally responsible. Over the past 7 years, our Board of Education has received the highest recognition from the State Board of Education for their financial management. Our board has also reduced spending by over $1 million during the past 2 years, maintained a balanced budget, and a 25% fund balance to ensure operations continue in the event of an emergency or financial crisis. The next question we asked ourselves was, how do we continue to work toward this vision of preparing students to successfully navigate a dynamic world? During the spring of 2019, we convened another stakeholder group to determine a plan for the future. We concluded that our vision will need an action plan. This long-range facility planning committee then determined the next steps in the process. After identifying the needs of students and our facilities, we estimated the amount of time it would take to accomplish the work of the plan. Our learning community decided they did not want to wait 30 years in order to provide our students with the educational environment needed to achieve the full potential of our mission and vision. Therefore, the committee developed a 10-year master plan identifying the 3 major priorities to accomplish. We determined that the best possible way to achieve our vision is to give our early learners the best possible foundation. We all agreed it starts when they're young and at the beginning. We then determined that we need to keep our children safe and secure, providing the necessary security to ensure our entryways and vestibules are up to date, alarm systems are aligned to our crisis and evacuation plans, and that the technology necessary to monitor our security system is current and reliable. And, of course, we want to ensure our learning program prepares our students to successfully navigate a dynamic world. Completing this 10-year master plan would be a significant refresh for School District 45, allowing our staff to implement new curriculum while removing the environmental barriers often associated with limited space and unreliable tools and resources. So the next question we ask ourselves is, how do we accomplish the work identified in this 10-year master plan to ensure our students today have what they need for tomorrow? Combined with the district's budget, a $30 million referendum would help fund a significant portion of the community-driven master plan. This would allow us to avoid what could possibly take 20 to 30 years to accomplish. In other words, the most significant amount of work identified in the plan would be accomplished within the first 2 years, by the fall of 2022. This referendum, if successful, will establish full-day kindergarten, build an early childhood center, upgrade technology with classroom innovations, increase safety and security, improve STEM curriculum, and provide more opportunities in music. All of this work would be completed by the fall of 2022. It is important to note that the Early Childhood Center would open up space for full-day kindergarten. Without the Early Childhood Center, however, we would need to build additions at all of the buildings in order to implement full-day kindergarten. Building additions to all buildings is $1 million more in cost than building an Early Childhood Center with additions to fewer buildings. In terms of technology, we are currently using technology that is over 10 years old that we continue to fix as it breaks over time. Replacements and upgrades are necessary for our programs to continue as expected. Safety and security upgrades will, again, allow us to reinforce all our vestibules in each of our buildings and provide the necessary upgrades in order to ensure our security is up to date. We will also be able to add to our current STEM curriculum, providing students with more opportunities to solve real-world problems and to provide our elementary band and orchestra students with dedicated areas in which to rehearse instead of hallways and stairwells. This next slide can be confusing, but it is critical to note why it is here. This slide represents the amount of federal, state, and local funding available to meet the expectations. We are currently functioning at 78% of the funding we need. The referendum, however, would not increase that percentage, but it would allow us to continue to move forward to achieve our community-driven plan. The average funding for our neighboring districts is at 101%. Some of our closest neighbors, Lombard 44 and Salt Creek 48, are functioning at much higher rates due mainly to home values and to taxes received from established commercial industries such as Yorktown or Oak Brook Mall. We are proud that we have been able to maintain our programs and facilities while living within our means at 78%. However, if we plan to move forward with our community mission and vision, we either need funding supported through a mall or a referendum. A $30 million referendum is an approximate tax impact of $170 a year, or in other words, $15 a month for the average homeowner. The average home price is set at approximately $240,000. This is the actual question that will appear on the March 17th ballot. It also serves as a nice summary of the work we hope to accomplish. Shall the Board of Education of School District 45, DuPage County, Illinois, build and equip a new early childhood center, improve the sites of, build and equip additions to and alter, repair and equip existing school buildings, including installing school safety, security, and technology improvements, renovating science labs, music rooms, and other instructional spaces, constructing improvements necessary to accommodate full-day kindergarten, increasing parking and improving drop-off zones, and issue bonds of said school district to the amount of $30 million for the purpose of paying the costs thereof. Thank you for taking the time to watch this informational presentation regarding our District 45 referendum. For more information, please visit our website.